So it's farewell and thank you to the most decorated and arguably most influential player in the history of Chelsea Football Club. Following 19 years of service, John Terry's official transition to legend can now be made. The famous banner has of course already afforded him that status. With 713 appearances, 66 goals and, so far, 14 major medals, 13 of which have come as captain, Terry is at or near the top of every Chelsea chart going. He debuted at 17 in 1998, one of 7 appearances that season for Luca Vialli, and there were 8 more the following year, the last of which saw him open his goal-scoring account in the FA Cup, a competition which then brought him his first winner's medal too. Terry became a regular starter under Claudio Ranieri, the manager who first gave him the armband in December 2001. That appointment became permanent in 2004, and so began a decade-long trophy trail that started with the League Cup and continued with the Premier League. Many more trophy lifts would follow, albeit that he wasn't entirely present for one of them. Terry's contribution to the League Cup triumph of 2007 was typically selfless. He dabbled in glory up front too, with huge moments like Barcelona at home. Terry's header, and it's in! The captain's done it again! But what set him apart was his consistency at the back. In both of the title-winning seasons of 05 and 06, Terry started 36 times in a defence that set new records for clean sheets as Chelsea dominated the domestic game. When the FA Cup final returned to Wembley in 2007, Terry was there to hold it up. He did that again in 2009 and in 2010 as part of the club's historic double. In league terms, Terry was suspended once and started all of the other 37 on the way to regaining the title. That was one of 10 league seasons when he started 30 or more times, with many of those appearances coming when he'd been patched up. On the final day of the 2008 league campaign, for instance, he dislocated his elbow, but he still led the side out in Moscow 2 weeks later. The defeat that night, and the manner of it, clearly hit Terry harder than anyone. He had to wait 4 years to exercise those Champions League demons. He led the comeback charge against Napoli, but a moment of madness in the semi-final meant that the Blues were missing their biggest influence on their biggest night. He watched through his fingers like the rest of us before kitting up and joining the party. Munich had followed on from yet another FA Cup triumph at Wembley 2 weeks prior, so 2012 became the 4th year where Terry's Blues had won 2 major prizes in one campaign. And after a rare but successful foray into the Europa League, there was another double trophy haul in his 17th and arguably best season at the club. The League Cup was won once more, with the skipper turning in a man-of-the-match display that included a Wembley goal.
Well, it's flicked on, it's hit Zuma, and that's been it is! And look who scored it! It's John Terry!
In league terms, John played every single minute of every single match as the Blues became champions once again. He scored crucial goals in back-to-back games either side of Christmas, and his performances in the run-in were as commanding as any he'd produced in the 17 preceding years. Although a big influence behind the scenes, these last 2 seasons have been far less memorable for John personally than those that have gone before, but they have brought the milestone of a 700th club appearance and a 98th minute equaliser against Everton that typified his never-say-die attitude.
It's John Terry! Yay! Free! What an extraordinary end to the game!
How fitting that the celebrations of John Terry's 66th and final Chelsea goal to date saw him surrounded by those who adored him most.